Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome to a new video. Now, you might be wondering, Rich, you're wearing exactly the same thing as you did yesterday. That's because it is yesterday when I'm recording this. So I put up 4 videos yesterday and I kind of made a decision that I wanted to make this video later on in the day and upload it, you know, on Saturday, because it's just... Otherwise, it's 5 videos in one day, and it's just a bit too overkill, especially because this one requires a little bit of focus. And the focus that we're going to put on this video is the side quest. Now, it does look like it's not really too overly complicated, and I'll say it's lackluster because there's some other stuff coming out that's really spicy, like the Eternity of Pain, for example. That looks to be like relatively spicy and cool. I mean, on screen right now we've got the trials, and it is a case. It does look like that event that I was talking about from yesteryear, which was, well, it's called Trials, so it's kind of the same thing. I think anytime they've done like trials based kind of like events thing, it's had some kind of like, but the same. But yeah, there's a new spin on this one, and that there's a store as well, where there wasn't with the old Trials event of 2018, the Black Panther Trials of the Infinite. This one has got a little bit of a different scheme to this. So we've got the Trials of Amazing, Trial of Fierce, Uncanny, Invincible, Supreme, the Mighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one being the Trial of Madness, being the final one. And each trial completed will earn you a boosted essence, which is a boost inspired by the opponent you've triumphed against. As we said in the video yesterday, which I covered on this one, there was something like that in the past with the boost that you got from defeating different particular days. You got a special boost using those 7 boosts, or using those 6 boosts, sorry, in the end quest was the kind of end goal for it, which is cool. That's how it works with that one. So yeah, that's really kind of like that. The event itself, and we're going over totals in a moment. I've hopefully time coded some stuff, which if you haven't seen already in the videos, they're little strips. You're able to click them on the screen. I don't know if it works on mobile. I think it does, but we need to go over like how the event itself works for it, because there's a few things going on from it. So the format, as they say, 6 trial quests available daily. And when it says 6 trial quests available daily, I think it was 6 days. Trials 1 to 6 will be available all event with 4 difficulty settings. And I assume you're able to do all difficulties. Use sling ring charges to unlock paths in the quest. So you get a sling ring a day in your mailbox, so look out for that, which it says there. First delivered via mail, then 1 charge per day given out via login calendar. Sorry, 1 special sling ring charge given on every 7th day to enter the Trial of Madness. This seems like it goes back to the very restrictive and element to you have to do it on the day. But however, though, there are some things when it comes to the currency, which is the remnants. So just to clarify that, remnants are your currency to buy things in store. We'll go over this next Wednesday for those that maybe you've completely lost the plot with it. It's very easy to do in this. So collect boosts during the week to aid you in a fight on the 7th day. Face off against Dormammu in a Trial of Madness on the 7th day. The Trial of Madness is 7 fights, 1 from each of the week's trials, culminating in a fight against Dormammu. So look out for that. Earn sacred remnants to spend at the Mystic Archives shop. So that should be fun as well, right? There's a lot kind of taking with this, and the buffs similar again to like last time back in 2018. It explains where is it? Yeah, it's in the second post. It explains like what the different boosts are. The same thing with this one. So look out for what these things do. This essence increases champions' attack, critical resistance, critical rating, blah 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 blah. Light gives champions a chance to evade all coming attacks from your opponent's stunned. And then you've got the attack of your champions, ignore health. I don't know if this is going to be super restrictive to use this, but we'll have to see. Like, you know, will it be a case you'll have to use all of them at one given time? How long they last for? Is it going to be just like a fun thing, similar to kind of like Cosmic Horror, but that was a very different narrative. But the idea of going, okay, the more that you get with these boosts, the more you can do damage-wise and utility-wise and other factors. Other than that, it may be a case of just going, well, other champions kind of bypass certain things with it. But in any case, I digress. Rewards wise, there's some rewards which done like this. So Kabam have already done some totalage is for this, but I wanted to put it in perspective of other stuff like crystal shard volume, especially for multi-madness crystal shards, and also, you know, some of the other things as well as like what you're picking up. And also I've tailored it on a grind perspective of if you do master, epic and legendary difficulty, what you pick up, and give that idea of take home, because it's not a great take home with shards. And I think that the way that Kabam are doing this is that they want you to do Eternity of Pain to get yourself the real kind of stonking amount of shards and things that you may find like interesting this month, because you know, it's not super great, to be brutally honest with it. So yeah, that's really that kind of coverage. As I said, we'll be doing a video next week. I'll probably do like what champions are really good for what X, Y, and Z, or Z as I would say, next week for the event. So let's have a look at some side totals, which is on screen right now. One thing I've had to put into perspective, and I'll come back to why I've put 6 cav bundles, 6 uncollected bundles, and the remnants cost with it in a moment. But we need to kind of go over some facts first. So the facts are, if you do heroic, all of the days of all of the weeks of the month, which is a 35, you'll get 1,600 total remnants. As I said, remnants you spend in the store to get bundles, which we'll come back to. We'll talk about that in a second. Master 2,000, epic 2,400, legendary 3,200, which, doing all the difficulties, totals 9,000 total remnants. I'm going to go over to the right before I go back onto the left. So onto the right here, if you buy 6 of the cav bundles, it's 1,800 total remnants. The uncollected bundles for 6 of them is 2,250, which means that if you buy all of the cav bundles of all the limits and 6 of the cav bundles, all of the limits there, then it's going to cost you 4,050 remnants, which means that you would have to do you know, a bit of legendary and a bit of epic, and you've pretty much kind of smashed out the total you need. It comes to 5,600 remnants. So you're kind of well within budget with it. The reason I have to kind of take a bit of a pause and kind of like go in, not really kind of go into more detail on that particular subject, is right here. So on the store where you buy your remnants, the bundles, there's a bit of a weird thing here, because Kabam have put here 5 times bundles and an a volume of stuff of what you pick up, but they put right here limit 6. So 6 times 10,800 would be more than that. It would be, yeah, a hell of a lot more. I'm not going to do the maths there, but 60,000, and then 8 to 4 6s are 48, 4,800. So 64,800 off the top of my head. If that, you know, if I've done that maths, and great, 64,800. Yeah. So that's how much that would be technically if you bought 6. But Kabam have put 5 times bundles total rewards. So can you not buy 5? Can you not buy 6? Why wouldn't they put the full 6? I don't know. Take that with a pinch of salt for the time being. Because I don't have the store to hand at the moment, I can't, you know, confirm or deny the way that that's put together. But it's something to kind of mention to you all, lovely people out there, about that and the way it works. In any case, we'll go back to the side event totals. One of the good bit of news is that you could get 28,000 shards from the multi-madness crystals, and that's by doing heroic, master, epic, legendary, and all the objectives. So if you do all of those, you get 28,000 shards. Kabam have not confirmed the ability to pick up the crystals at an increment of either 2,000 or 4,000. This means it'll either be 7 crystals, 7 Cavalier crystals, or Grandmaster crystals, or whatever, or 14 of those. I will be honest, I kind of feel Kabam are going to go more to the stingy 7, and that's just because we have other events like Eternity of Pain on at the time. So what does that mean for the take-home and the grand scheme of things? So some things to point out that are not there. Awakening gems, we have 0, nada. No this month. From doing all of the Trials of Madness in Legendary, Epic and Master, you can pick up 25,000 5-star shards. That's good news for those that like it. 6-star shards, 5,250. Bit of a sad time. Signature stones, 5-star ones, by doing, I think it's uncollected or buying the bundles. So if you buy the uncollected and Cavalier bundle, you can get 70. So that's pretty good this month to pick up that. Gold wise, very impressive at 1.3 mil. That does not include heroic, which is extra 70k. Like, what's 70k going to mean? But I know that people would want to get the extra gold. By getting the Cav bundle, you pick up 10 tier 4 class catalyst crystals. Great. Fantastic. Good to see. We've also got some 90,000 tier 2 alpha fragments. A little bit less than last month, but it is what it is. Tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals or selector possibly. Don't know. 9k. That's kind of a normality thing. And then tier 5 basic, 44,000, which is a little bit less, I think, than last month. Or, RNG. But I definitely feel it's a lot less than what I took home. And in a weird twist, we've actually got tier 3 alpha 4,500 and tier 6 basic back for tier 6 basic for 5,700. So it's a good enough take home. There's some spicy things within it, but it's not super spicy. It's definitely not like last month where the selector allowed you, the lockpick allowed you to select whatever you liked, but it's still, is what it is on that particular subject. There's still some stuff that I think is a bit of a mystery for the community when it comes to clarification on some of the rewards and how the bundles break down. That's definitely a thing with it. There's also a bit of a question as to whether or not Wolverine as a 6-star is going to be available in the pool. We're going to find out about that at some stage. I don't know if there's going to be any other event for this month, in particular like a special solo objective, or any kind of surprise. Because at the moment, it looks like this is lacking in some areas. So would be interesting to see where this goes. But as I said, I think the main thing that Kabam are really doing is they are kind of allowing you to do Eternity of Pain to kind of bump up those rewards. But still, there's some opportunity to pick up some things when it comes to rank 4 6-star materials. Some interesting stuff here or there to look out for. And when it comes to stuff in-game and what Kabam have kind of put in the message, I think that's really it. Like, we need to have a look next week on a special video to see like how the event breaks down. Also, something that I've just missed off seeing is there's going to be a special multi-madness crystal shard at the end of the calendar. So look out for that with the calendar. Unfortunately, because we don't know the volume, it could mean that the amount that I have put down, that 28,000, could change. So take that again with a possible pinch of salt. But if it looks like a special calendar, which they say at the end of the calendar, that could add an extra 1,000 onto it. Could mean for 4 weeks running you could see an extra crystal. So I want to say that maybe that 28,000 is not that, and maybe it's going to be something like 32,000, which could bump up that kind of initial figure to something like either 16 or 8 Cavalier crystals. I just don't know. We don't have that kind of information yet. I probably won't do an updated video because it just won't really make any difference to make this is the total shards thing. But that is it. That's been the video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure as well to check out some other content, which will be located boom on screen right now. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be. That's been the totals. That's been the video. Cheers, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.